Networking is arguably one of the hardest parts about the commercial real estate job search, but because this industry is so relationship focused, this can give you a huge leg up if you can do this successfully. But having gone through the job search process in this industry myself, where I started knowing pretty much no one and knowing very little about commercial real estate in general, I've experienced firsthand how intimidating it can be to start reaching out to people, especially if you don't know how to go about this. So to make this process easier for you than it was for me, if you're looking to land a job in commercial real estate or just build some new relationships if you're already working in the industry, this video walks through what I've seen to be 3 of the most impactful strategies that can help you build your network quickly and how to develop relationships with people that are both able and willing to help you get where you want to go. So because cold outreach is so tough to get right and usually has a pretty low success rate, the first strategy I want to talk through is something that can help you make this process significantly easier. And this is to start by reaching out to people that you have a common affiliation with. The best and most obvious example of this is reaching out to alumni of your university that are currently working in the commercial real estate field, since these people are going to be significantly more likely to respond to an email or LinkedIn message than someone you have nothing in common with for a few different reasons. And the first reason is that because most people spend a lot of time and money pursuing their degree in the first place, they also have a vested interest in improving the value of that degree, and the more they help other people from their alma mater break into the industry and advance their careers, the bigger and stronger that alumni network ultimately becomes. Most of these people will also vividly remember what it was like to be in your shoes, especially if they graduated within the last 3 to 5 years. And in a lot of cases, there's also a little bit of a curiosity factor for alumni to hear about what's currently going on at the school, or they may also have an interest in getting involved with the university, and you can be their touch point to help make that happen. A lot of schools will also keep alumni databases, which might include emails or phone numbers of people who have intentionally signed up to be contacted by students or other university alumni. So this is also something to consider, especially if your school has a dedicated center for real estate. And even though alumni of your university should usually be your first round of outreach, if you have any other affiliations that you could leverage here, these are also things that are worth taking advantage of. This can involve reaching out to people who have worked at a company that you also worked at, people who went through a training program that you also went through, or this could just be a mutual connection with someone that you know very well personally that you could name drop in a LinkedIn message or ideally an email. The more someone feels personally connected to you, the more likely they're going to be to respond to any sort of message. So if there are any direct ties you can find to what's on someone's LinkedIn profile or their professional bio on their website, this can be a really helpful way to get the networking process rolling. Now, on top of just cold outreach through messages and emails, one of the most efficient ways of networking that I know of has nothing to do with technology at all, and this is joining local industry organizations and then actually showing up to their in-person events. These tend to be some of the best opportunities out there to meet a lot of different people in a very short period of time, and these also allow you to meet people that you might not have even known existed otherwise through only networking online. This is also a much quicker way overall to filter out whether a potential connection is someone that you want to build a deeper relationship with, and instead of going through a lengthy process of messaging back and forth and potentially driving to an in-person meeting just to find out that someone isn't able or willing to help you, this allows you to condense the process of getting to know people to just 5 or 10 minutes and filter out who's worth following up with after an event. It's also worth noting that the people that consistently go to these events are often some of the most well-connected people in the industry, since these are also the people that are spending their own time and effort after work hours to continue building relationships, which also means that these people are also usually going to be more willing to talk with you than the average commercial real estate professional that you might come across on LinkedIn. Now, by far, my favorite nationally known commercial real estate organizations in the US are ULI and NAIOP, both of which have chapters in most major US markets, and these organizations also usually offer reduced membership rates for college students that are looking to get involved. Now, I'll be the first to admit that these events can be pretty intimidating when you're just starting out, and I made another video a while back that I'll link in the description below that talks through some of the strategies that you can use to get the ball rolling when you do show up to one of these. But if you're looking to maximize your efficiency during the networking process and maximize your chances of talking to people that are actually willing to help you, in-person networking events are some of the best places to do this. Now, the last thing I want to mention here is specifically applicable to when you do ultimately land a meeting or a phone call with an industry professional, and this is to end your conversations with a very simple question, which is based on what we talked about today. Is there anyone else in your network that you recommend I speak to? Now, obviously, how willing someone is going to be to plug you into their own professional network is going to depend a lot on how you came off during the meeting and ultimately each person's individual comfort level with reputation risk in general. But even though this question won't always get you somewhere, when it does, this can often lead to warm introductions facilitated by someone else entirely and can connect you with people that you otherwise wouldn't have been able to get in touch with. This question also becomes more and more impactful the more success the person you're meeting with has experienced, since successful people in real estate generally have a very big network and became so successful in large part because of the people within the industry that they ultimately knew. Now, in order for a question like this to land correctly, you need to come off as someone who's respectful, professional, and looking specifically for career advice rather than an immediate job offer. But if you can do this successfully, this can be a huge networking hack, and this can ultimately lead to opportunities down the road. And if you end up doing all three of these things together, in my experience, this will help you build relationships, land jobs, and even find business partners that you may end up working with down the line. And even though networking is by no means easy, these are three of the best ways that I know of to help reduce a lot of the friction that you're going to come across during this process. And if you want to learn more about different networking strategies in commercial real estate, interview tips in this industry, or how to prepare for an Excel modeling exam that might be given to you when interviewing for analyst or associate roles at commercial real estate firms, make sure to check out our all-in-one membership training platform, Breaking a CRE Academy. A membership to the Academy will give you instant access to over 120 hours of video training on real estate financial modeling and analysis. You'll get access to hundreds of practice Excel interview exam questions, sample acquisition case studies, and you'll also get access to the Breaking a CRE Analyst Certification exam, which covers topics like real estate pro forma and development modeling, commercial real estate lease modeling, equity waterfall modeling, and many other real estate financial analysis concepts that will help you prove to employers that you have what it takes to tackle the responsibilities of an analyst or associate at a top real estate firm. And if you like this video and want to see more content on the channel on the networking process, make sure to hit the like button to let me know, and let me know in the comments what other things you do to help build relationships either in the real estate industry or any other industry that you currently work in. As always, thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you found this helpful. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already to see more videos like this every single week, and I'll see you in the next video.